Give us our props.
I'll give it to you.
Thank you. Give us our props.
He doesn't like to give linebackers props.
I don't blame him.
20-17 is the final. We knew it would be a good one. It was a weird one, too.
Yes.
Dan Quinn said to his guys all week long, it's not going to be an easy game.
With the team during the week, we talked about would we be at our best in 2-minute and 4-minute times today. And I just had a sense it would be that way with this game. The situations were going to be important in the 2-minute, 4-minute, and we certainly performed better on third down tonight on both sides. So I thought that was the story of the game. All the way to the end, it went for it, and I thought Deion Jones made a terrific play to cap it off. But we had a sense it would go all the way down.
Just it's one of those games. Listen, I've never seen anything like it. I've never been a part of a game like that, you know, and frustrating, but, you know, our guys will bounce back.
What do you mean like that?
Just,
Penalties?
yeah, just the flags that were thrown.
So needless to say, Sean Payton, not a happy camper, but not much changes for them. They are still leading the division. They have a 4 seed right now. The 2 wild card teams remain the same. The Falcons on the outside looking in, but their playoff chances obviously increasing now that they are 8-5, and they still have a chance to actually win the division if they win out, and they're going to get another shot at the Saints coming up here in Week 16. They have Tampa Bay, the Saints, and then Carolina.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough.
So your biggest takeaway tonight was what?
Well, they didn't fight and they finished. The Atlanta Falcons in the last few games, they get close or the offense would be anemic. They came out, they did what they needed to do, and they finished the football game. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah.
They did what they needed to do to finish.
They got challenged on the outside by those corners, and they threw a couple bad. Matt Ryan made a couple bad decisions.
Yeah, right.
But then they figured it out, and they made some plays in the second half. It didn't take a lot. I mean, there's a ton of Saints highlights in this football game, but just a few Falcons ones. But they made enough plays at the end, and then held on and made some good plays.
Right. And the thing is, I just feel like, you know, the way that the offensive line, they really just took over. You know, they had a good run game, and you know, there were 3 interceptions thrown.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they got it going throughout the game, and then they was able to
And a
close
lot
it
of
out.
people have been on Steve Sarkisian about his offense.
Right.
Did we see the end game of how he made those adjustments when they're in man-to-man?
Did a good job.
And they started to bring the bunch back, and they started to get guys open, and then he got them out of man-to-man, he got them in zone, and he started finding those holes and those gaps. Like, when you play a divisional opponent, they know you pretty well.
Yeah.
So they pretty know the makeup of your team, what you like to do, your tendencies. But he figured out what they were doing. He kind of wore them down. You saw Lattimore on the side getting oxygen. He got them out of the defense they wanted to play, and he made adjustments, and that helped their offense move the football.
After one of those interceptions where the pass was intended for Julio, the one that we talked about, they were just on the same page. It looked like he kind of quit on the route. Julio was yelling at the sideline, and I believe that was Sarkisian that he was yelling at.
Yeah, you know what happens a lot of times is good receivers will give you input, right? Quarterbacks will give you input, and sometimes it gets heard, sometimes it doesn't. There's a lot going on with the offensive coordinator and the quarterback coach and the receiver coach. Right. He was yelling at his receiver coach or somebody. I believe Sarkisian's up top. So let's show you. You want to show you?
Yeah, you guys, we're going to do a little walk and talk.
It's going to be fantastic.
Watch your steps.
This is exactly what happens, okay?
Willie
dropped his.
dropping
It's okay.
the ball already.
I'll roll without you, man. It'll be fine.
Pablo.
All right, Dan, so I'm going to help you figure it out. So what happened is, this route that we're going to show you is a 5-yard under route, okay? So, but the coverage they're playing, Lattimore is actually inside, and he has help over the top. So you got a double team basically on Julio, and what he's basically saying is, don't throw me this route. Call something down the field. Change it up, because I can't get inside of him. I can't get in there. Matt Ryan still thinks he's going to try and fight and win, and Julio does have to try and fight and get across his face. He shouldn't throw it. He should come inside. This is a bad play all around. So this happened like 3 times in a row where Matt Ryan was thinking something, the ball bounced off Cooper, but they come back. Sarkisian finds a way. Let's bunch it up. Let's take this man coverage, and let's create some picks and some kind of flow. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring Julio Jones across the formation. That's going to attract the free safety and the man covering him. It's going to put this defensive back on the outside leverage of Mohamed Sanu, and Matt Ryan knows as soon as he saw the free safety cut, I have a nice throw in the back of the end zone to Mohamed. This is as easy as it gets. You got good pass protection, great play design by an offensive coordinator that basically won the football game.
Yeah, and you know, the adjustments on the offensive side, I think did a good job and helped win the football game. But also on the defensive side, it took individual players to step up. Young defensive superstar Deion Jones had a great game. What do you have? 13 tackles, 3 tackles for losses, and an interception. We talk about speed. Watch Deion Jones right here. This is Ted Ginn Jr., one of the fastest guys in the NFL.
Oh, for sure.
Watch him track him down. This is in the open field, one-on-one solo. That's a tackle.
Impressive.
That keeps him from getting the first down, moving the chain. Okay? Here's Deion Jones again. Watch Willie Snead up top. This is a new play they put in. Straight design. This is hustle, determination, getting there, making the play. This is crucial, keeping them from getting the first down. And then guess what? We're going to go one-on-one coverage with the tight end. He does this very well. One of the best coverage linebackers in the league. Finds him, faces up, goes
Great
up,
job facing him up,
ends
too.
the game, makes the play, seals the deal.
What's cool about that, a lot of times the defensive back or linebacker in that position will turn his back to the quarterback and try to run with the tight end. And then that's why Drew thought, I could just throw this behind him and make it an easy throw.
No.
And he faced him up, having enough speed and athleticism to go up and make a play. That's impressive.
Dan, did you like the walk to the wall? Besides
nice.
Pablo, Pablo, I'm going to call you out. My back. Keep my stuff tight so I don't fall. I like to look smooth when I walk to the wall.
You know what? I think
Pablo.
Willie was hard on the equipment managers.
He
in New
was
England.
very
I
hard.
was. I'm critical. This is situational football. This is
Let's not
situational
talk about the
TV.
equipment managers.
This is situational
He's
TV.
very demanding.
Yeah, they're right.
Very demanding.
Yes.
Injury is a big part of the
Really
game
big.
tonight. Let's
Really
take a
big.
look at some of the notable injuries. You can see Kenny Vaccaro goes out with a groin. Alvin Kamara, Caleb Mete left with a concussion. Trey Hendrickson had an ankle injury. And then Tevin Coleman left later in the game with a concussion as well. For the Saints, you have to have all of these guys, especially Kamara, healthy. We saw how it changed the
They have
scope
to.
of the offense tonight.
Right.
He's such a dynamic player. We were looking up some stats earlier in the night, and these two together, the most dynamic duo in terms of running backs in the NFL. They have a
That
chance.
hurt too when he left the game.
Oh,
It's a yin and
Because your
yang
whole
thing.
thing, your entire game plan goes kind of out the window because the guy had the ball, 3 out of the first 4 plays,
Exactly.
and so he's clearly going to be involved a lot in the offense and the game plan and the structure. You lose a guy like that, to be able to come back and at least make a game out of it is pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, you look at the game tonight, season low in points, total yards, and rushing yards for the Saints.
He was missing a big guy.
This division, I think, is going to go right down to the end of the season, DeMarcus, which brings us to our another walk and talk. So hopefully,
I'm going to record you. Is this your first walk and talk? All right, now be smooth, man. Make sure you be smooth. Don't walk pigeon
so much pressure. So much pressure from Willie.
Don't walk pigeon toes. Be straight. Nice turn.
Nice turn over the wire, too.
So
That was nice.
You got the NFC South, right? It's led by the Saints. You got the Saints, you got the Panthers right now, and you still have Atlanta. And when you look at their schedule, right now, you know, you got the Saints just lost this game. You know what? They're going to win this against the Jets.
All right.
They're going to win, all right here against Atlanta.
At home, okay.
Because the thing is, they're at home, right, going to the Dome, and they're going to win against Tampa Bay. Then you got, you know, the Panthers, right? The Panthers are going to lose against Minnesota, win against Green Bay, win against Tampa, and they're going to lose against Atlanta. All right.
Okay.
And then
He sounds so
got the
confident
win.
when he
He's
does
just
this.
banging
You
them
got
out.
to be confident. They're going to win this game.
Impressive.
All right. And then I think the thing is, when you think about games that really mean something, you got to bring in the Seahawks, right? They're going to win this game, right?
Ooh, that's a tough one now.
It's a tough one.
That's at Jacksonville.
That's a tough one. This is in Jacksonville.
That defense?
They've already had their chance to beat the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
They got to go up there to Seattle right now. They're going to lose this game.
Wait. You saying the Rams?
Yeah.
The Rams are going to go to
They're
Seattle
gonna go
and
there.
lose?
They're going to
In
lose.
Seattle?
Yes,
Okay.
in Seattle. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
The Redskins
Zeke is
won in
gonna be
Seattle.
back. Zeke is going to be
The
back.
Redskins are not in the playoffs.
The Rams should be able to win in Seattle. That's what I'm. The Rams can
Zeke
win
is going to be back. Check this out. Lost.
Okay.
All right. Then here's a W.
Wait a minute. We got a lot of 10 and 6s
Right.
up there.
You got 3, 10, and 16. If it goes down to a tiebreaker, guess what? Now the Panthers are out. The Panthers are out.
Okay.
All right. And they'll end up winning the NFC South. So for me,
That's impressive.
you know what? The Saints are going to win out on the NFC South.
Wow.
They're going to be doing that
That's
deal.
pretty good.
All right.
Be smooth, dog. Come
Yeah,
on
let's
back.
move. What?
Don't
Check
go
it
too
out.
fast.
Boom.
Don't go too
Wow,
fast.
that's-
There you go.
Boom.
There you go.
change speed.
Both recording right now.
Way to go, dog. You did that. You did that.
That was very nice.
Beware, let me ask you a question in all seriousness.
Yes.
Do you think Willie was rooting for you to succeed or to trip over that wire right there?
Remember, we're linebackers.
Actually, he was teaching me how to walk off
That's
the
good.
stage and go all the way
he
to the
wanted you to
other
fall
end over
right
there. So
on
he
your
was teaching
face.
me.
Before the show.
Before the show.
We're
and then
teammates,
all of a
man.
sudden
I
he
know,
walked over
and you
there,
were
he
good.
missed
You
his
were helping him out. You were prepping him.
Dan, are you recording us?
Well, I'm actually recording me
He's
right
actually
now.
recording us right now.
Is there anything in that coffee cup?
Act like you've been here before, Dan.
This is so fun
Thursday
for me,
night
Willie.
EndGame. Act like you've been here before.
I'm having so much fun right now.
This is all about you, Dan.
Is that a bad thing?
It's
Ratings
Dan
are
Henry
up,
show.
baby. Ratings are up. We have so much more to talk about tonight on Endgame. Why?